What is up, Buff Nation? We're here live, Pac-12 Media Day. Or we're live,
We're not live anymore.
No, but it was an absolute banger, man. Am I allowed to say that, by the way?
Yes. Neely's not here to check you on that.
Let's get into our takeaways, man. We asked Charles Kelly, we asked Travis Hunter, we asked Shedeur Sanders about Colorado being ranked 11th in the preseason Pac-12 rankings. Pretty much the same sentiment, but interesting answers from all three.
Yeah, I mean, each guy had a different feeling about it. I think Charles Kelly was just like, who cares? This doesn't matter. Shedeur was more along the lines of, that did put a chip on his shoulder. I could feel the kind of sentiment from him of, I cannot wait to prove those people wrong. And then I think Travis was just that same Travis that we've kind of become used to now, which is just like, yeah, go ahead and watch.
Right.
Like, very, very stoic, very confident, but like not really here to, play games and chat about it.
Yeah, both of them had very interesting things to say. We'll get to Travis in a second, but you heard a very interesting quote about Xavier Weaver, and I want you to expand, because I didn't hear it either.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing to have Shedeur on set with us, and you got to watch that if you haven't already. But when I went downstairs to watch them on the stage, he was asked, who's someone other than, you two who make all the headlines that stood out. And he jumped to say Xavier Weaver. Then he slowed down, backtracked a little bit and said, I of course am biased towards my receivers and I love my offensive line. And then he went back into it, Xavier, Jimmy. But he was so ready to say Xavier Weaver and talk about him. It really excited me because you could tell he didn't even have to think twice about that. A lot of times they pause, they sit there, they think. No, he was ready to gush about Xavier Weaver, which should excite everyone about how good he could be.
Absolutely. We're up to 3 or 4 receivers now that he's singled out exclusively just to shout them out and talk them up. One of the most interesting, I think, answers of the entire day was Charles Kelly when asked about Shedeur Sanders and his ability to just do everything at a very high level. Talked about recruiting him when he was back at Alabama. Now, of course, they're together. He is so high on Shedeur, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's one that we got to go back and clip and share with the world because he was so convicted in his confidence in Shedeur. From top to bottom, his preparation, his understanding of the game, his leadership, his accuracy. He talks about everything, and he was fired up about it. And, it's what I've been talking about so much. The number one thing that people don't understand is how good Shedeur is. And that's the way I presented it to him. And he was like, yes. And was so ready to talk about that. And like I said, almost angry at the idea of, he's not going to be able to do it at this next level. It was maybe the most inspiring kind of quote I've heard from anyone not named Coach Prime, just because I wasn't expecting him to be that passionate to be talking about Shedeur.
And he knows exactly what Shedeur brings to the table, having to go against him every day. Travis, though, man, I mean, he attached himself to Coach Prime a few years ago, and that confidence that he just exudes, man. When we asked him about the players he's excited to line up against, he says it doesn't matter. Anyone can catch this smoke, basically.
Yeah, and he said they're all our enemies, which it's almost robotic in a sense of doesn't matter who you put in front of me, I'm going to destroy them. And he has this way about him. I tweeted this out. I said, he's not always a man of many words, but he still has fire quotes because he does exude this confidence. And I think you're right. He's Coach Prime in that way. Coach Prime obviously knows how to deliver it and package it and, display it in a more of a showman style. But it is that same idea of just I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what position I'm playing. I don't care about any of this stuff. I just have to beat you, and that's what I'm going to do.
Can't wait, man. We're going to watch it all unfold right in front of us. Keep it tuned here, guys. We still got more Pac-12 Media Day coverage very soon.
Shout out Shady Rays.
Let's go.